That's weird. Oh, that's him.
Okay, hey y'all. All right, let's go ahead and get things started. We only have a couple. It looks like we only have 3 projects that are gonna come up and talk, which is great. If you have something that you want to show that maybe didn't work on today, but that you want to show off, feel free to put your name on the spreadsheet and come up. Great. Okay, but let's go ahead and get started. First off, we have Cody with Bullpen. Great.
All right. Hey, so who here has heard about Matador? Yes? No? Eric has. Hey, so Matador is something I wrote. It's a reverse proxy that lets you just wrap any API endpoint with Bitcoin payments. And then you hit the proxy. If you pay an invoice, it'll attach my API key to your call and then complete the call for you, right? And so you can do that with basically whatever you want. And so, like, for what? Oh, okay. Let's turn that off, hopefully. Okay, cool. So let me just close this off. And so, like, I just spun up Matador. And so basically, off this, you can hit like OpenAI, ClipDrop, all the Palm models. Like, this is basically any of the AI models that you want to use, and Bing, because Ben Carmen wanted Bing. Yes. There you go. Okay. Yeah, so this is like an API for all those things. But the issue I was running into, right, is that it gives you an L402 back. But if I'm running this on the server side, then how do I handle the L402, right? And so I just started this on a couple days ago, just so that people can use it if they want to like add AI wrapped, Bitcoin wrapped AI stuff in their projects. And so this is just a Rust library that takes all of the normal AI stuff and then abstracts it into just like a single thing like chat model, right? Or chat session. Or you can do like embeddings model, right? But what's cool about this is that the client that it's using on the back end to make the requests can handle L402s, right? And so for this is going to hit against the replit models that they have. And so I'll do cargo run.
Maybe for context, what is an L402?
Oh, an L402 is just over the HTTP protocol. If I try to hit an endpoint and it's like, hey, payment required, it will return a Lightning invoice and an API token. And then if I pay the invoice, I can use the token to access the service. And so if we go here, we can go look at this. And so the first thing that happened was that it tried to hit Matador, and then it received L402 payment required, and the header looks like this. So it's got a token and an invoice. And then it takes that invoice and it passes it to the client, the like request wrapper that I wrote that can use like whatever backend you want. Like you can use Core Lightning, LND, LNbits, Alby or whatever, right? This one's using Alby. And so it takes it, it pays the invoice, attaches the header again, and then retries the request for you. And it doesn't matter what like you hit against. It's basically just the normal requests crate. But anytime it hits an L402, it gets a 402 error back, then it tries to pay it and then retry the call, right? And so now you can do this with basically like anything that you want to add any sort of AI payments to or whatever, right? Like you guys don't need any API keys for any of these things. You just like hit against Matador and you pay in Bitcoin per token per call, right? So yeah, that's the whole thing. And I'm going to publish this as soon as I finish wrapping everything. Yeah, there you go.
Let's see if you're luckier than me with your HDMI output. Nothing there yet?
Yeah.
Working on it?
Okay, that's a good start. And here. Is that readable? Now? One more. All right, so Eric and I, we teamed up to add a Fedimint module to Nix Bitcoin. And the Fedimint module is it's rather simple. It's just a file inside the Nix Bitcoin project. So let me show you which file. I don't think I can do that.
You can find it on GitHub on my fork of Nix Bitcoin and on the branch Fedimint Hackathon, if you want to check.
And do we want to go over this module quickly? So this first part is very dirty. That would need to be removed for an actual module because this pulls down some, or the Fedimint code itself. And here we get to the more interesting stuff. So this writes an executable shell script that contains the password it needs to connect to Bitcoin RPC, contains a bunch of other options that you can set. So here are the options that you can set. So for example, peer-to-peer bind, peer-to-peer URL. I don't know exactly what those are even.
Basically, Fedimint binds to two different ports, one for the Federation internal communication and one for the external API. For both, we have a bind address to which we bind, and then we have an external address which we can announce to the world. For example, if we are proxying the traffic, then that might be a different one than the one we bind to. And other than that, we just have a Bitcoin RPC we connect to. And I don't think that many other config options, actually.
Yep. So I just noticed now that we have a time limit, so we have 1 minute left. So let's scroll down here. Just wanted to mention that we have the Nix Bitcoin default hardening turned on already, so that seems to work. So let's go over to demo time. I'm not sure if you see this, but what I'm gonna do essentially is to...
Yeah, they can see it. At least if they can read the small text.
Okay, so I'm gonna run the script that I explained yesterday. This runs a container in a special scenario where we enable network access, we expose localhost, we enable Fedimint, we set these dummy options. So let's try and see if that works. Okay, running a container requires a password. All right, should have worked. With C, I should be able to have a shell, get a shell on the machine. And now the important thing is that we somehow, there's a web interface that allows me to initialize this federation, which, if everything worked, should be at this port. Okay, this worked so far, so now I say this guardian is supposed to be a leader. I give a name to a guardian, admin password, federation name, number of guardians. I need to set this to mainnet. Next, generating codes, starting consensus. Yes, it worked. Nice. All right, thank you.
Awesome.
Okay, I think we have one more, which is, there are only 3 people that are presenting, so it's great. We have one left, which I think is Chris and Julian with Smog. Just Chris. Just Chris. Julian in absentia, I guess. Great. While we're setting up, just a few, I guess, quick last-minute things. If you didn't get a T-shirt already, I think there's still some T-shirts left on the bar next to there. I don't know if Jeff is around. Jeff, does there's a time we need to be out of here today? Until 6 p.m.? Okay, so people can hang out till 6 or so. Cool.
Hello. Hey guys. So this is a Core Lightning plugin written in Rust that I've been working on. It's called Smog. It takes a descriptor and reports all of the on-chain movements for any arbitrary descriptor to Core Lightning's Bookkeeper plugin. So the thing we did with Nix was actually Julian did like most of the work for this, but it's sort of my Rust thing. But he helped me sort of Nixify it. So we wrote a flake. So you go into the repo, you say nix develop, and then it spits out this little instruction thing that tells you what to do. So cargo build, there's warning. And then to set up 2 Core Lightning nodes in reg test mode. So by the way, so the maybe I can show the flake. So this is actually going to install Core Lightning, a special branch of Core Lightning that has the features that we need from Nifty 9, and also Bitcoin-D and all these Rust dependencies. So there's this cool startup regtest.sh script in the Core Lightning repo, which is actually accessible in the Nix store. So we can just run that. And then we can say, hopefully this will work. And then, so this is going to start Bitcoin-D in regtest mode and 2 Lightning nodes connected to Bitcoin-D. And then if we go back up to our instructions, there's a little thing that says L1 plugin start. And this is just going to start the plugin for node 1. And as you can see, it's running. And then you can do like L1 CLI, smog, list descriptors, which isn't going to do anything because there's no descriptors. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I changed this. Yeah, so there's no wallets yet, and I would need to come up with a descriptor to put in there, which I don't have. But anyway, the plugin is running, and this is just with a few Nix commands. So that's what we got.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to do like 5 minutes of talking, and while I'm talking, I'm going to go ahead and put the 3 projects in the Telegram group. Apologize to everyone who's not in the Telegram group. So if you want to just put like a thumbs up sign on your favorite one, or 2 or 3, I guess we can, if we get a tie, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll do like a little bit of anarchy, it's fine. So we're going to do some consensus selection mechanism. I'm going to put the 3 projects. I think Cody with Bullpen. We had Jonas and Eric with, what was the other project's name? Nixie Mint. And then the last one was Chris with Smog. So if you're in the Telegram group, if you could just put like a thumbs up sign. I think I put it in the right group. Yeah. Just put a thumbs up sign next to the one that you liked, and then in like 5 minutes, whichever one has the most thumbs up, we'll declare that one the winner. Great. Okay. Yeah, and you can like as many as you want. I'm not gonna do a check on that. Let me see if I've got this really fast. Yeah, so we can go ahead and do some like closing thoughts. That's not working really fast. Let me do the presenter view. Does that work? Almost. Enter full screen mode. Great. Amazing. How did it know? Okay. Got it. Don't show this message again. Where'd it go? Oh my God. Cool. Cool. All right. So first of all, thanks everyone for coming out for the first ever inaugural Bitcoin ++ in all of Europe. Super cool that we got to do it here in Berlin. I've got a couple people that I want to give a really big thank you to. and then I'm going to shill like the upcoming Bitcoin Plus Plus conferences. So yeah, so first of all, thanks to everyone who's able to make it. I know it's been like the busiest year ever for Bitcoin conferences and events. And people are kind of tired because it's been a long year. So thanks to everyone that was able to make it out and come out for this event. I really appreciate all of you coming and sharing what you know and what you're interested in. It makes these kinds of events possible. Also, want to give a really big shout out to our biggest sponsor, which is Layer 2 Labs. Paul was gracious enough to help us put on this conference along with a bunch of other really amazing sponsors like HRF and Jeff from Fulmo, who is super instrumental both to helping us find an amazing spot here in Berlin and just making sure that we had everything we needed to make this a successful event. So super big thank you to Jeff and the Fulmo organization. If you need any help with lightning stuff or consulting or running events in Berlin, etc., they're really great. You should talk to Jeff about having your event in Berlin, both because of his ability to make amazing things happen, but also because of the great community, I think, of Bitcoiners and builders and hackers that are here in Berlin. So thanks to all of you for being here and participating. Finally, just want to shill Base 58. So this is my project that I started as well. If you're looking for more info on how the Bitcoin protocol works, we've got one class up on Udemy. I'm working on getting a second one out about how libsecp and digital ECDSA's digital signatures work. So hopefully that'll be out by the end of the month, fingers crossed, for real this time. I'm also doing some Lightning classes, and we're working on our Taproot. We have a Taproot class, which I'm hoping to get out online sometime early next year. So check us out. We've got in-person classes happening in Austin, Texas, next month in November. So if you can make it out to that, it'd be super great to have more people join us and learn more about how the Bitcoin protocol works pretty deeply. Great. And then if you liked Bitcoin Plus Plus as an event, we already have 2 more events up on the schedule. This was our first one about Nix. My favorite joke is that, who doesn't love a theme party? So all of our Bitcoin Plus Plus conferences have themes. This was, again, the first Nix-themed conference. Our upcoming conferences, we're going to have one in Buenos Aires in February. Going to be the 26th to 24th. That one's good theme is Bitcoin payments, because who doesn't love getting paid in Bitcoin? So come join us in Buenos Aires to talk about payments and Bitcoin. And then our kind of flagship, our first conference that we did, and the place that we have a conference every year is in Austin. We're going to be having our yearly Austin conference in early May. It'll be May 1st to 4th, and the theme for this one is going to be Bitcoin script. So hoping to get a bunch of people that are working on new ideas for Bitcoin script, people who have done weird, crazy experiments with Bitcoin script, and hope to get a really nice collection of people who are building and working on new stuff in Bitcoin in Austin in early May. So I hope that all of you are able to, for those of you who can, are able to join us either in person or hopefully we'll be live streaming online so you can see what we're up to there. Great. Okay, I think that's everything I had for my closing thoughts. Again, don't forget T-shirts if you want them. I can neither confirm nor deny that Seabase might be serving drinks tonight. I probably should have confirmed that. But if you need a place to go hang out, I think they're pretty cool. Maybe you can find a Seabase member and ask them what they're up to tonight. And then tomorrow there's going to be Tomorrow there's an eCash hack day, so if you're in town, there's some, the details for that are on the Bitcoin Plus Plus website in the satellite section, so check that out as well. Cool, okay, I hope everyone got there. Do we have some? There's nothing happening at Seabase tonight. Sorry, it's closed for business, so that's not an option. Sorry about that. But if you find a great bar, you should post it in Telegram so we can all hang out and get drinks and talk about how amazing Nix is. We've got another hour here before we have to leave, so feel free to hang out, grab some more snacks, get some more hacks in before the day is over. Great. Okay, are we ready for the big reveal on who's got the most votes? Okay, So it looks like, I don't know if I can put this up on here. Kelly's typing. You guys see this? Okay. Oh, no. I don't know where to go. Hang on. Okay. So it looks like for the 3 projects we had presented, no one can read them. That's fine. Okay. So it looks like for 3rd place, we have Chris with smog. Oh, no. What's this? Wait, guys, what's happening? Okay. In 2nd place, we have Cody with bullpen, and in 1st we have Jonas and Eric with the Nix-mint. So thanks to all of you guys for participating, and thank you for everyone at Stacker News for. Wait, what's going on here? Okay. I gotta all right, we gotta clear the board before the numbers change. Okay, yeah. That looks pretty definitive. Great, cool. So thanks again to Stacker News for doing that. And again, everyone, thanks for coming. Hope to see you around the internet and at Bitcoin++ events in the future. So thank you. Cool.